Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. So it seems as if that the PBC is going to continue to bake a hopeful fight that all of us fight fans been wanting to see for maybe a couple years now. And that is the fight between Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. A fight that earlier this year that was ordered by the WBC, weird as it may sound. And the reason that is so weird is because Gary Russell Jr. is the WBC featherweight champion. However, Leo Santa Cruz is the WBA featherweight champion. So it's like, why would the WBC order a fight between their champion and somebody that's not even ranked in their sanctioning bodies? Something don't seem right there, does it? This is the same WBC that would love to have Leo Santa Cruz as their champion. This is the same WBC that made Leo Santa Cruz's father their honorary trainer, champion or whatever. They gave him a belt for being a trainer. Why would they give a fighter's dad, who's not even in their sanctioning bodies, a belt? Does that make any sense? There's some speculation out there that believes that the reason that the WBC even done this is because if Leo Santa Cruz basically comes and accepts this fight with Gary Russell Jr. and Gary Russell Jr. refuses, then they can strip Gary Russell Jr. and possibly make Leo Santa Cruz their champion. So if Leo says, yeah, I'll take the fight, and Gary, you're going to be the B-side and I'll give you 30%. And let's just say Gary Russell Jr. says, nah, man, I'm not going for that. Then it would look as if Gary Russell Jr. doesn't want the fight and he can risk being stripped. That's what some people speculate that's going down. Is that what going down, WBC? Curious to know. However, Leo Santa Cruz only fought once this year, and that was against the second fight or the rematch against Abner Mares. A fight that honestly no one was clamoring for, but they considered it a decent money fight. And they said that Leo is frustrated because he only fought once this year, and we don't really know the reason. Only PBC can give you the answer to that. Some may speculate and say, well, they didn't have enough dates for Leo and all their other fighters. Well, this coming year in 2019, well, with their deals with Fox, with their deals with Fox Sports 1 and Showtime and all of these, they should have more than enough dates. But in this particular case, it looks as if now they're giving Leo Santa Cruz other fights instead of a direct fight with Gary Russell Jr. It's already been announced that Leo Santa Cruz will be going on to face Miguel Flores. Sorry about that. That's who he's going to go fight. A fight that nobody is checking for. Miguel Flores had 2 losses in 2017. The man is not ranked in the top 5, top 10, top 15 of nothing. No fan has asked for this. It's going down in LA. Once again, I guess another fight to build Leo Santa Cruz's stock. No one wants this fight. Everybody and their mamas want Gary Russell Jr. versus Leo Santa Cruz. I've made video after video after video, and yet we still hasn't gotten that fight. What kind of stalling tactics is going on here? What is the PBC doing? How long are they going to keep baking this fight? This fight could have been put on several undercards. It could have been its own main event. There ain't no excuse why this fight couldn't have happened already. Gary has been wanting this fight for the longest, you know what I mean? So I don't understand it. Boxing Scene has Leo Santa Cruz quoted talking about this particular fight, and he says, and I quote, "Yeah, last year was frustrating. After the Mares fight, I wanted to fight again before the year ended, but it didn't happen. PBC told me 2019 would be a great year. It would be busy. I'm going to fight Flores, then I want Frampton and Gary Russell. And it doesn't matter what order. I want to prove that I'm the best featherweight, and to do that, I have to beat Gary Russell." End quote. We all know that, Leo. You know that. Why ain't you telling your people? But maybe you are. I don't know. What's going on with Al Heyman and the PBC? Why the hell they keep stringing us along with these damn fights? I hope, because I'm keeping my eye on the Carl Frampton and Josh Warrington situation, because if Carl Frampton defeats Josh Warrington and gets himself a title, then that could be a major game changer in this situation. How do we know that Leo Santa Cruz won't pivot to that fight? I mean, how do we know this for sure? Josh Warrington and Carl Frampton going to be fighting for the IBF featherweight title. And then on top of that, you know what I mean? Oscar Valdez is looking for a big fight too. He has the WBO title. That may be a tougher fight to be made, far as from the Leo Santa Cruz point of view, because he rocks with Heyman. But at the end of the day, we don't know. When you're talking, these other dudes want champions. They're all, Mexican fighters. Who knows which way Leo is going to really pivot? When we want to see Gary Russell Jr. You know what I mean? Leo's also indicating that in 2020, that he's going to be going up to the 130-pound division. So we don't know if the fight's going to happen. It probably won't be for a unification fight. It won't give, if this fight doesn't happen, it won't give us a clear indicator who is the man down at featherweight. We all know that these two have a history in the amateurs in which Gary Russell Jr. has already beat the dude. He's already beat him in the amateurs. And Leo's been hesitant to take that fight after the JoJo Diaz fight, because we ain't seen Gary Russell Jr. in the ring since May. And after the JoJo Diaz fight, Leo was talking big talk. He see things he can exploit in Gary Russell Jr. and all of this, but yet no fight once again. Listening to the quotes that Leo is putting out there, he's alluding to it's the suits. PBC didn't make this thing happen. Now they're saying this year is going to be busy and you're going to have all of these fights and so on and so forth. They couldn't get right to the Gary Russell Jr. fight. They had to put him in there with a no name that nobody was checking for. So I don't understand the situation that's going on here. And I'm wondering, are they ever going to make this fight happen? Will the Carl Frampton, given that these two is already split fights, 1-1, will the Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz fight take precedence over Gary Russell Jr.? That's the golden question. Everyone's like, well, Gary's so inactive. He's so inactive. He has hand problems. We went over this in last night's live stream that I did last night. He has hand problems. So he may not fight as active as most fighters, but at the end of the day, the one fight that he has been yelling from the rooftops for a minute now is against Leo Santa Cruz. It's no excuse why this fight ain't happening. Absolutely no excuse. You want to determine who's the man at featherweight? This fight must happen, and the PBC can make it happen at the snap of a finger. There was no need, I repeat, no need for this Flores fight. It has no repercussions. There's no titles. There's no recognition, rank, anything. If anything, this is just to big up Leo Santa Cruz's name in the LA area. That's the only thing that this does. Man, this is crazy to me, man. So I don't know, man. I hope the fight happens. As of now, we know we ain't going to get this damn fight. You know what I mean? It's and then this fight going down in February. So if they do decide to do a fight, let's just say it happens, what are we looking at, about April or May? So that'll be almost a year that Gary Russell Jr. has been outside the ring. That's a long damn time. We thought, actually, when we seen training footage coming out from Gary Russell, rare training footage, we thought, oh, snap. We don't usually get this, man. We might just happen to get Gary Russell Jr. twice in 1 year. We might just get that. And Gary looked like he was ready to go. He was down to accept any terms that Leo was going to put out there. But we got no fight. And once again, we've been led by the nose. So this is crap, man. This is crap. I see the fanfare over this whole situation, and it looks as if that the fans caught on quick with this, like, dog, we don't want to see this. And I actually appreciate that from a lot of boxing fans. They actually see what's going on, and they want to see Gary Russell Jr. Even with the Carl Frampton splits, we still want to see Gary Russell Jr. first. Period. We don't want to hear about no Frampton, no Oscar Valdez, none of that. You know what I mean? We want to see Gary Russell Jr. And at this point, and I don't believe that Leo Santa Cruz should have no other fight unless it's Gary Russell Jr. It's almost becoming like an Amir Khan, Kell Brook situation. You don't want to hear about no other fight from Khan except Brook. Well, guess what? It's going like that with me and Leo Santa Cruz. So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. So I mean, even out of Leo's mouth himself, he wants to prove to be the best at featherweight, and to do that, he has to beat Gary Russell. We all know that. So what the hell are they stalling for? We in November now. This Flores fight is going to happen in February. Man, we're looking at next spring sometime. if we lucky, that we'll get a Gary Russell Jr. fight. And that's sad. That's insane. PBC be dragging stuff out, man. And they need to cut this out, man. Give us the fights that we want to see. You got all the talent in the world. It's insane, man. So that's pretty much the actual factuals on it, man. And it's disappointing. It's real disappointing. But, yo, that's just the world we living in. Real talk. So to the next video. Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. It's almost like, yo, after a certain amount of time, man, Gary gonna be like, man, I'm out of here, man. Maybe that's what the WBC wants. So they can make Leo Santa Cruz their champion and put him in there with a bunch of Mexican fighters and make a good amount of money and have a popular champion or whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's the game plan going on behind the scenes. I don't know. But I don't know, man. If Leo Santa Cruz doesn't accept the Russell fight, Russell will be then forced to face a mandatory pretty soon, because it'll be almost a year at that point since he fought Jojo Diaz, and it'll just stall us out even more. Maybe we won't even get the fight at 126. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. But it's messed up. To the next video. Peace out.